welcome back to War in the Pacific Admiral's Edition. We're here on the last day of October, 1943. As we wrap up the month, let's take a look at how today goes. I have no idea what the day is going to look like, and then we have see how today goes. And then I'll probably look around the map and see the dud rate is still too high for my, or for my taste, I should say. I haven't done any math, and I probably won't. Another small patrol boat. Critical damage. But we didn't see if it had, I don't think it has any, well, it's not safe. Now we take out one of his ASW assets, maybe two, and he doesn't take us out, but we don't find him either. But that same submarine that eluded our minesweepers, the Kingfishers found. But we'll see if I don't know that we hit it. Certainly we're not reporting we hit it. Now I just got back from vacation, so there's a lot going to happen that I mean, sure, there's going to be the usual things that are going on here that we expect, but there's going to be things that I'm probably not remembering. Because I haven't played my turn for about 6 days, I want to say. Wow, the whole morning was just kind of a dud. The Japanese hit us, but there's nothing going on. I had so much more stuff set up because I did remember that bombing that you did see our heavies bombed. I had mediums and dive bombers set to hit that too, and everything is just kind of dead over there. I wonder if it's that bug again where depending on what you're doing, if they may just not fly. Like you change targets and the system kind of gets confused maybe. I don't know. Frustrating anyway. I'll take that trade. I'm not crazy about it, but I'll take it. All right. Yeah, that was very quick, quick, and let's see, light on the activity. A bunch of cargo ships here at Aden, anyway. Wow, LSTs. Okay, I like that. Wow. Okay. Okay, as we wrap up the day, let's end it with this ops report. Well, I say the day, but I'm actually meant the month. Let's end it with this ops report that we haven't looked at in a while. Now, I don't know if there's anything that is stands out to you, or necessary. It's not like I know something that I want to show you, but just as something we've done in the past and haven't done in a while. Um, so let's see. Are we lost some aircraft flying around getting shot down by Cap when we spotted his carriers. And so we're getting replacements up there at uh I almost said Atu, but anyway, I can't think of the name right now. I guess I'm in a different mode right now. But then these carriers, after they get a little bit of fuel, they're gonna head to San Francisco. Let's see. We got a refit with this battleship. That's fine. Um, we got a pilot. This may be Chinese, but anyway, we escaped capture. Um, let's see here. I guess this is the end of the report. Note all these LSTs that are arriving in Aden. I mean, I'm looking at these and thinking supplies for Port Blair. But I'll have to figure out the best way, the best use of these. I don't want to waste them anyway. We got a potential sub chaser. This I think is our sink. Yeah, this is his ship, our sinking of his ship. We've got Chittagong. This is, I believe, a transfer. We've got, but we'll take a look real quick because why not? And Um, yeah, P-51A Mustang. I am excited about this. We don't have enough pilots. I wonder how this happened. Um, so since we've got good pilots here, I will fill it out with 10 decent pilots here. And I'll just take the top 10 here. I'm not gonna try to find the best 10. We'll just grab I mean, I'm not going to specify anything. We'll just grab 10. We've got 25. We'll get these guys in flying condition in one day, roughly, and then we'll move them, I believe, to Rangoon, and we'll use them to sweep and do other things down here. It's good to have these new airframes to push out, extend our air supremacy out further. All right, so we've dropped a lot of disruption, and so I'm going to do another attack, and then that I'm gonna hope that our bombers go. But what I may do is turn them off and then turn them back on to fly, because I don't know if there was a weather issue, but nothing, no sweeps, nothing flew. And I've got sweeps from 3 or 4 different bases. So something's up, and I don't want to miss out yet again. Um, I'd love to clear this hex. We can get supplies straight across here instead of going all the way around. That would be a lot better. And we'll clear anyway because he's retreating. But I would love to actually maul some of his stuff. So we'll go for that. And we're trying to get engineers. This is anti-aircraft. We're trying to get some stuff in this area to deter any air power that he want. I might put those anti-aircraft guns right here because this is what I'm mostly worried about. I'm not worried about these areas in the mountain. All this is jungle rough. I guess this is too. Um, yeah. All right. Now, let's look at our losses. So 4 to 4. Couple of zeros. Of course, Sky Trains and a Dakota 3. So 3 out of the 4 are air transport aircraft. 2 wounded pilots, and let's check. Okay, so we sank these 2, confirmed sink. A couple other ships we hit, we're not sure. At least one other, I should say. This can carry something, so I don't know if it was at the time we hit it. And this can't, but here's 4 anti-submarine value that we sank. So that's fine. We'll take that, and well, we can do this also. And review the latest. If anything stands out to you, feel free to take a look. All right, now let's the New Mexico, yeah, that's fine. Colorado, wow. What I might do is this. Let the Colorado get further along in its repairs, and then you know at some point we'll have to flip it, but we'll see. Okay. Actually, I wonder. Let me do this and see if that changes anything as well. Nope. Might as well just finish it one day. And I think that let's look at something here. This is set to yes, which means it'll shift into refit mode to you know when we flip the turn here. And I'm going to allow it because that's a pretty sizable anti-aircraft upgrade that we will want. And this one we're gonna have to flip it to the shipyard to finish this upgrade and whatnot. But again, we've got enough damage to work off of the pier side for now. All right, and moving on. Okay, let's go up here. This is ADAC. That's the island I was looking for. So all these should be doing a tactical refuel, I believe, and then head towards San Francisco. All right, and then we're gonna repair some of this damage. Speaking of, there was one of these ships that was one of these ships that we were gonna get out of there. I think it's the Softly. I'm gonna send. No, yeah. Okay. I kind of want to take all these 38s. I almost want to redo my. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because let's see, we've got a couple of battleships that are ready to go, but we also have this destroyer, these two destroyers, I think, I'm gonna think about this, but I might take all these Fletchers to the to SF, meet up with our carriers, and reorganize my destroyers because I don't need some of these older. Well, that's not older, but like even the Sims class, I can just get everybody's Fletcher basically, and then fill in whatever we don't have enough Fletchers for. Venom class. This might be a decent one to keep though. It's for 1943. No, that's not true. That's just the upgrade. I don't know when this was produced, but decent ASW stat. But the Fletcher has even better 8. It's way better in aircraft, and it's faster. It may or may not be a better like more durable. Where's the durability here? 10. I don't know if this 10 represents how well it handles like the deep sea because this is 6. So this may get tossed around a bit. Let's look at this one here, 7. So I kind of want to just stick to the ones the higher durability destroyers to manage the waves, the deeper oceans better. So that's what I'm going to look into and replace all these lighter destroyers. Okay, so that's what's going on here. They just got new aircraft and now they should be heading out. We've got various ops, so I don't know how quickly we'll get out because it depends on. Looks like they may all be in condition to go ahead and take off. We'll take a look at. We'll keep an eye on that, and hopefully they're gonna get to San Francisco quickly. I'd like to get them over here into the Indian Ocean. And one thing I haven't done yet, but I have time, is look at the distance. One of the things I'm waiting on is for a ship to arrive at Cape Town, and now it has. So I'm going to experiment and see how close it is to go from Cape Town to Colombo versus Aden to Colombo, and that'll tell me which route we're going to take. Okay, moving on, let's come back down here. Uh, let's see here. Okay, we're still trying to clean up our overstacking, not here but here. And it looks like we have, oh, we're still loading up yeah, we're still loading. Yeah. So the first Marine is getting off there, and the problem is we have no engineers to fix this, but that's okay. We got plenty of engineers. And fixing Roy Damour is not my top priority right now anyway. The tanks that we picked up here are unloading, and hopefully that means we can. Are they even here yet? I don't. I don't think so. Third Marine. First U.S. Marine Corps Battalion. Wow. So we're okay. Anyway, we're in good shape getting those tanks off, and pardon me. Okay, let's jump here to the Southwest Pacific. There really wasn't much in the Central Pacific to talk about, so I kind of want to move on from there. So I know one of the concerns is the potential for the Japanese knowing we're coming here, and I have heard requests for an invasion of these islands here. Now maybe I can go for something like Ulithi, which he doesn't care about. Why? because we can't really base much error here. Uh, this is Yap is a bit better, but I'm guessing he's also reinforced. I could fly a recon for that, but I know up here he's got this pretty strongly defended. If he reinforces this, he weakens these islands. Maybe, maybe not. But I have to keep an eye on like where the best place to strike is. Now, here's the thing about Philippines. If he reinforces, say, Davao, strengthens that, and let's say also Cagayan, then he leaves himself vulnerable in other areas that we just land, build up, use it to smash any supplies coming in, and we leapfrog and come back later for that. Because he can't like this right here. This would be a great air base, and he can't hold everything strongly. And I could buy like if he reinforces Legazpi, I just bypass it and take Naga. If he reinforces Naga, I take Legazpi and build up an air base, neutralize this and bypass it, etc. So I think we're okay in that regard. And also, I've got lots of divisions, so if necessary, I could just bulldoze through here with those. Now, not necessarily, because that only works to a certain extent, but because also you're gonna have terrain, and who knows what his forts are up to, etc. But looking here, he also has to protect, maybe he doesn't, Java, because he doesn't know that we're not going for Java. And in fact, I have units scheduled for here. So what I'm hoping is I can also attack these to distract him. Now I will be going for Siddhartha first. In fact, let's see, 4-3, 4-3. Why don't I go there now? Unload. I don't need to remain. We're already following 423. Let's follow 423 and unload. All right. So maybe we'll do minimal refuel just in case. Now here's the thing. First, let's recon. Recon Siddhartha. Okay, so because we will be bombarding that shortly. All right, so here's the deal. I'm gonna give it. Let's see, 3, 4. I don't know. Let's select this guy. 4, 5, 6. So I think it's gonna take 2 days to get up here. So today we'll probably get to this far, one of these two hexes. He will probably spot us, but we will have carriers. I'm gonna set these guys, this guy up to maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe here. And I'll set some fighter cover. We've got fighters in a lot of these bases too. We'll cover these transports. But then tomorrow I'll separate them. What makes me nervous is I want to follow because then we'll stay in the same hex at the end of the turn, and then I'll probably have this guy set by himself to go here as well, and then they both should get here the same turn and start unloading, and they'll both be protected by the carrier aircraft. here, as well as the carrier aircraft here, and then the land-based air here, I think we're going to be in good shape. He did this crazy move around to bring merchant armed merchant cruisers here. We sank them. He bugged out so fast and hard. I bet he's going to have to park in Japan and do some minor repairs also, which means we should have full control of the air here. Even if he has some land-based air that tries to mess with us, we should. I'd like to hit Terracan, by the way. Maybe I'll look at that today. Yeah, we'll hit the air base there. But anyway, and I need to get some recon over here to do some stuff too. Yeah, we'll make it happen. Um, I don't even know where all my recons are. I know I have. Here we go. That's a long ways away though. We'll have to fly them. Well, let's see. How far can you go using drop tanks? 15. So I'd like to move them closer. Maybe Kandari, for example. We're already at the aviation support limit there. Wow, on Tampane too. Um, yeah, if we stop these guys here, we could put them here, but then we also have a zero air capacity sitting there. I guess I could fly him to Makassar. We already have these guys here. So why not, right? Are they? Yeah, they're also from the 9th. So yeah, let's just go transfer to, let's turn this off. Transfer to Makassar. And then using recon Terracan. Okay, and then we'll bomb also with these heavy bombers. I'm just going to hit the airfield for now because I want to hit whatever's parked here. If it's some bombers and stuff, maybe we get the jump on him and he can't attack our shipping here. So moving on, so yeah, you can see our operation is coming together here. I'm not gonna waste because I've got to evaluate what I've got here and what I can feel comfortable spreading out. I do want to keep my cap over us as well as allow my aircraft to hit enemy shipping. So although I don't anticipate any coming here. So to be frank, I probably just want to have our fighters. I could just have our fighters almost 100% cap. You could do 60 cap, 40 long range cap covering these ships. All right. All right. Checking out. And again, let's go back. Again, we've got a lot of fighters here. Let's show the fighters. We've got 3 squadrons. Not all can reach like all the way up here, like the Spitfire. I mean the Hurricanes, but we can. Well, it is Spitfires actually, but we can. I think we can even get range with our. That's 8. Let's say 9. Wow. Okay, so we can escort them as they sail up here, but then tomorrow, which I will do, but then tomorrow we'll have our P-38s fly cover. These guys similarly can go 10. Um, and what's that from here? 11. See, it's just one hex out of range. So we'll have these guys also. The P-38s can rest, and we'll have the F-4Us fly cover for the ships. And here we've got range of 8. So we can have P-47s flying nonstop over Sadata when we get there. In fact, I might just start doing that already. Start covering the. I'll probably have one just fly cover as it sails up, and then we'll replace it with another, and we'll keep just flying cover over these transports. Instead of, I'm not going to target Sadate, I'll target these transports, I guess. And so the carrier I may not need to have fighters covering this. I may just keep them to myself, but be here in case he brings in a surface group to try to do something crazy. Although surface action can happen before our air units can help. And for for that, maybe I'll have my carriers go up into this area or something so that we can, I don't know. And then let's take a look at, all right, so our search vectors are in this area, these areas. You can see all the way up past, Sarawak and North Borneo. Up here, we're looking over Mindanao here. And if he has any surface ships, unless they're set to warp speed, hopefully we can catch them before they get too close. All right, moving on. Let's jump up here. I already kind of covered this area. I'm gonna try to bomb this a bit more effectively with more aircraft, and I'll probably send another bombardment here. Fires are down to 1. Although the airfield damage is 100, I don't know what fires do. Do they burn the supplies and fuel? That'd be good. So maybe we'll bombard again, as it looks like he's getting the fires out. Um, but yeah, so you kind of already know the situation here. The aircraft are all designated to hit this, although they didn't go. As you can see here with the bombers, ground attack there, and the 2 turns in a row they didn't go. So that's unfortunate. Which leads me to believe maybe there's a glitch. So who knows? Supply situation here. Let's look at all units. 5574. Yeah, I really need to clean this area up, do this massive raid that I'm planning, and get some more supplies here. I think we can manage until then. If I have to sacrifice some AKLs to get in here, I will. In this case, I could lose an AK. I mean a DE is what I was gonna say. Destroyer escort. So maybe it's not worth losing a destroyer escort over. Maybe it's better just to drive up here without any escort. Maybe even take a torpedo to the teeth, start unloading, and then lose that AK. I don't know. Um, we already have several LSTs here. I could load them up with. I could load them up with cargo and at least bring them here for a later rush in. The concern is that he has like destroyers just parked here. And we're not gonna spot them because we can't. Um, hmm. What if? All right, I just thought of something. I'm gonna do this instead. What if we set this to bombard? Escorts, that's fine. I'm gonna set this to bombard. And I'm gonna path it something like this. What if I say direct? All right. Um, so the hope is it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if it's going at the speed I think it's going to go, which is, let's say 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll be here, and then it'll do a dash here. I don't know if that's going to work or not. The last time I tried this, it just failed miserably. But we do have a lot of aircraft here that have been doing nothing on purpose, and this is the perfect time for me to take advantage and use all of this equipment. So I'm going to let's see, aircraft data. I'm gonna go 20 for these guys, and we'll just say escort 60, 40 rest. Escort or cap um, cap my bombardment group, and then P-51s. I'll do these ones at 15. 60, 40. Okay. Pardon me. All right, then I'll do one of these only. Um, this one will do 10,000 because I don't know how he's going to come in. How high? 60, 40. And we'll cap the bombardment group. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I may do a bit more of the lightnings. Maybe even 100. I don't know. 70, 30. I'm okay with wearing these guys out because then what's going to happen is I'm okay using drop tanks for this. Because I want to make sure that if they get out of range, that they don't get out of range, if you know what I mean. Um, so the point is, I'm okay wearing these out a little bit more because they're going to. Uh, th then I'll swap with this P38 when it's worn out, and we'll keep cycling between these two groups. Okay, that's kind of it for that. We have plenty of aircraft fighters to sweep this and bomb it, and we'll go from there. Um, but yeah, we'll do a kind of a hopefully a rush in, hit this, rush back, and maybe sink this up, maybe not. Come in here, bombard this hex, um, and then what I'll do is after I may start sneaking this. No, what I want to do is get this operation there and back. Make sure that we don't have anybody bomb our ships, and then I'll do is I'll send out my amphibious task force to slowly come over here, and I'll air cover that as well. Um, and yeah, so looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out. But anyway, all right, back up here. That's about it. I should have this guy move into this hex today. I'm going to flip it to combat. He should slide right in here. Just too late to bombard. Just a second or a minute too late, a day too late to shoot anything that bombs this hex. But then we'll be there to shoot him down later. And he's bombarding us here instead of just all out attacking. That should give us more time to recover, which will slow him down even more. So yeah, and I believe looking around that there's nothing. Okay, there's nothing causing supply issues here. It's just hard to get supplies further out. Um, he's got stuff all up in here. It's crazy how spread out he is and how not spread out he is. There's a lot of stuff behind the lines here I could infiltrate if I could get past his stuff. Um, anyway, all right. I'm kind of see like I could do this drive again. Get up in here. Look, he's got nothing. I could cover this rail again. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I oughta. Got these cavalry corps just sitting here. Um, A and C. Where's B? B was destroyed, so I could go out and why not? I've got nothing better to do with these units. Okay. Also, I'm wondering, can I buy back that B regiment? Let's see. Nope. At least not that I can see here. Alright. And I doubt it's coming back as a B regiment. Yeah. So we have to lose the whole corps for it to work. Um, so I'm gonna do that. and then I'm gonna call it. But yeah, I think I don't like just sitting here. I'm gonna go straight north, and if it seems to divert, then I will like if it wants to go to the right or left, I'll re tell it what to do. But hopefully it just goes straight like this. And then one of them will stay here on this road, and one of them I'm going to move up to this rail. Because the idea or the hope is to mess with supplies, but supplies can go this road and um, bypass all this. So so I don't know. So maybe I'm gonna send this guy just right here. We'll just park. Um, so I'll have one guy here, one guy here, and one guy here. The unit here is just going to be this full cav core. Um, and then we've got a cav core here that is garrisoning. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. These three units can just sit here. And anyway, that's that. I will kind of end it here. We'll just see how this goes and how November 1 plays out, and then start the new month. I will show you, I guess, as a recap to the October and show you what we can expect in November. Here's the aircraft pool. Um, You can see these things we got in October. Like these, really, we didn't make anything. They just appeared as, I guess, units on a available aircraft, maybe a new squadron or something. But we never really built any. And we got some of these things that we are producing: Seafire 2C, etc. Uh, British aircraft for sure. The U.S. Army A-36. Then we got the F4U-1A, which is an upgrade to the F4U-1. Then British Spitfire 8, Australian Spitfire 8, that's what it was. That's coming, the Spitfire 8 British is coming in this month, November. The Australian we're producing at 20, and the British at 32. Then we're also getting the EX-7B at a very slow rate, but this will be fine to start upgrading Soviet fighter units so that we can, if we were to come into the war. If not, that's fine. We'll have them filled out for when we do come in the war. And this is a fighter. And then we'll be ready for that. I don't know how much better the Soviet aircraft get before they enter, but I certainly don't want to have a bunch of I-15s and 16s in 45. That's for sure. And then we've got these TB1 and TBM1C Avengers. Producing at a huge 110 per month rate for several months. So we'll have a lot of these, access to a lot of these as well. Upgrade our carriers and be ready to go. The, a much better range than the prior aircraft, but I don't know if they come with a drop tank. Probably not, because unless they're wing tanks, because we got this torpedo that we also have to carry. All right, thanks for joining me, and we will be back to watch the action of November 1. Take care, everyone. Bye.